Warriors graduate assistant coach Gerald Williams-Taylor, we got to see your career here on Comcast as a player. Now for the last 2 years you've been helping out Coach Greer. Just talk about why that happened, how that happened, what made you decide to be a GA?
You know, when I graduated, I really wanted to work with kids. And once I was out job searching, I realized I didn't really want to be away from basketball. And that's when Coach Greer presented the opportunity to me to become a coach. And since I wanted to be around basketball, I thought it was a perfect opportunity. I could still be around the team, around Coach. He was a great mentor for me. So when the opportunity was presented to me, I took all the steps necessary to get into the grad program and become the grad assistant coach.
Talk about a typical week for a graduate assistant coach. You're not just refilling the Gatorade bucket and things like that. You've got a lot of work to do.
Yes, we're constantly watching film, breaking down film, talking to the guys, trying to teach them more things about the game to become better. In practice, I get out there and practice with them since I'm still active. I'm not too far out. So I get in there, try to teach them things, spend lots of hours just watching film, trying to get prepared for the next team.
I was looking up some of your old numbers now. First thing I saw, 99 games. Any way we can sneak you in, get that 100th game in there?
I wish we could. I tell the guys every day, I wish I could have one more year to play. I miss it a lot.
You know, you're top 10 in field goal percentage and free throw percentage here. You were an all-defensive team, and you were all academics. You really were what they want at Wayne State. You were a true student athlete. Do you try to pass that on to the young players here?
I do. When I came in, Coach Greer expected so much of everyone. And when you're representing a great university, you don't want to have anything negative about you. You want everything to be great because you're representing the school as they took the opportunity or the chance on you. So you just want to repay that. So I tell the guys every day, you're not just representing yourself, but you're representing your university and your family and yourself. So you don't want to have a negative image. So do whatever you can to build your brand and Wayne State's brand.
You've got things that all these young players are striving for. You've got your degree that you can show them. You've got championship rings and NCAA tournament experience you can tell them about. Do you share all that with them?
I do. I actually just wore my ring the last game. Was showing them all. I was like, you know, if you guys work hard, this is what you can get. I have two. I only wore one. But yeah, I tell the guys every day, you know, if I could have one more chance to play, I would do it. So I try to tell them, give it everything they have, get everything they can out of the chance, the opportunity to play here, and you know, just take the best from it. Don't take it for granted, because there's people out there that really want to be in their position. So they just have to make the best of the opportunity while they're here.
Now you said that twice. If you had that chance to play one more year, you would do it. Is there anything you'd have done differently?
No. I don't regret anything. I just wish I had another year to play. It's a great system, great coaches, great university. I mean, I'm happy to be here, but just being away from the game, not being able to play, that's something that gets to me, because basketball has been a part of my life.
Let's talk about the difference between being a guy who plays for Coach David Greer and a guy who now sits in the office and works with Coach David Greer. How different is that? You
know, it's pretty much the same. Coach expects nothing but the best from his players, and he expects nothing but the best from his coaches. So, you know, as a player, it's more physical, it's more tiring because you have film, weights, class, and everything. As a coach, you're in the office, you have nothing but time to, you know, watch film, break things down, talk about how we're going to defend different teams. So it's pretty much the same. He expects nothing but the best. When you were a player, there were GAs on the staff. Now, did you use them as a buffer sometimes to talk to the coach, maybe that good cop, bad cop thing, and sounding boards? Yes, you know, as a coach, you want the game to be perfect. No game's going to be played perfect, but you get at every little mistake just so we can eliminate those mistakes and we have a better chance to win. And I will always talk to Brian Smothers. He was the most recent grad assistant. And he would always tell me, like, you know, you guys are playing hard. You just have to eliminate those small mistakes. He would always say it in the nicer way rather than, you know, just getting on you. But as a coach, you want to get on them so you can know how serious it is that we need to eliminate those mistakes.
How do you balance the fine line between the fact that you're on the staff and you did play with some of these guys, and even the young guys, you're close in age to them, you still have to be an authority figure? That's a challenge.
It is. You know, since I play with some of them, they still see me as a teammate, and I'm out there practicing with them at time to time. But, you know, I have to let them know at the same time I'm still a coach. I'm here to laugh and talk with you guys, but at the same time, you should listen to me. I'm no longer just a buddy. You have to respect me in the same way I respect you.
Now, for us, we have mic'd David Greer a few times. We've gotten to hear some of the funnier things he may say on the sidelines. When you were a player, you logged a lot of minutes. You didn't get to sit on the bench and hear all that.
Right.
Now you're sitting a few chairs away. Does he ever say anything that just makes you shake your head and have to not crack up in front of everybody?
You know, there's a few things that he may say that makes me laugh. And, you know, we always have the fans sitting behind us that's always yelling, talking to coach, talking to the guys. And, you know, as a coach, you don't want to seem like you're on the bench laughing, talking, not paying attention. But, you know, it's kind of hard not to ignore those things. So, I mean, as a coach, I'm trying to focus in on the game, talk to the guys. But at times, you know, coach, he says things like, I wish this guy would just stop playing soft and, you know, actually get at it, play tough, just get out there, don't play timid. And, you know, that's what he wants as a coach.
You ever have to work as a translator? Are there any new words that people hear when they first get here and get around Coach Greer? Because he can get a little colorful sometimes.
I'm pretty sure they heard everything other than the basketball terminology that we use. So we'll just talk to the guys about that. But outside of the basketball terms, I'm pretty sure they heard everything.
You know, and all kidding aside, you know, he likes to put that scowl on during the game, but he's actually got a good heart and he really looks out. You know both ends of it. As a player, you suspected he looked out for the players. As a GA, you've got proof. You know how much he cares about his players.
Yes, Coach Greer, he's all about the kids. He dedicated his whole life to helping kids get better. You know, every week we go mentor some young kids. It just shows that Coach Greer, he does have a big heart. He's dedicated his whole life to kids, and he has kids of his own. And he could have stopped after his kids went to college, but he decided to keep going. That's what his mission is in life.
Now, being a graduate assistant means you're more than an assistant basketball coach. You're a graduate student, too. How do you balance all that?
You know, my classes are online, so I don't have to take the time and go to class. I really can get to my work whenever I have that free time. So when I'm in the office, I'm doing basketball things. So once I go home, I have all the time in the world to finish my homework and get on top of all the schoolwork, get ahead when I know we're going to go out of town.
This is your last season doing this. What are your plans for the future?
You know, I really want to coach. So, you know, when we go out to travel, I talk to different coaches. I talk to Coach Greer, Coach EJ, Coach Neely about coaching, and they have many connections. So I'm just trying to become a better coach as the season goes on. So once the opportunity is presented to me to become a coach here or somewhere else, I will be ready.
All right, Gerald. Hey, thanks a lot. Congratulations on a great career. And hopefully we'll see you on the sidelines for many years to come, whether it's with the Warriors or one of the opponents. Hopefully if you're with an opponent, you have a little success, not too much.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But thanks, Gerald.